got ourselves, oh lordy, what am I doing here? Who is it for? Xandar? Xandar charging in. He's scouting about. He doesn't know who it's going to be. There's a bunch of hunters over in team one of each spec. And Birdie setting up a proper going camo. And I think if you look over to your left, you see the steel trap? I think you will probably know the Birdie's there, right? He doesn't walk into the trap. Aim shot. Does get the opener. Xander trying to figure out in the heat of the moment, do I charge in? Do I run away? He does have the pet that he can get a little bit of healing off of and a bit of damage off of too. So at the very least, he's got himself a resource of survivability here. Got himself a freezing trap immediately. Xander goes into battle stance. Gonna take a bit of the damage. Gonna take a few hits. It's gonna take the heat into a chimeric poison right after. Chimeric poison actually could be quite good against warriors. Not, yeah, they don't really cast a lot of spells, but like silencing on the rallying cry when they really need one, that could be huge. Got himself full up in melee, Warbreaker, everything available, got himself bleeds and everything up. Birdie is gonna have to play defensively here a little bit earlier, with Mark 600 being a little bit more squishy in comparison to the survival and BM Brethren. Charging back in, able to re-engage. Birdie keeping their distance, Stormbolt right after, but he's super slow with a big leap. As long as Zan has a way to close the gap, he will be perfectly fine. Birdie at this point though does not have a lot of health, and it's just over. He's just gonna be able to walk in, shoulder check him. I think literally died to a bleed there, which is unfortunate that I end up hitting the wrong person with the camera. I had to switch it to a wrong guy entirely. So, that was embarrassing. Xander walking into Saya though does not have a human ratio for this one. No parry available, no avatar either, and Saya has just got himself the opportunity to just unleash everything at the poor lad. As he gets hit with a storm bolt, it's just gonna wait it out. Shield divided. Xander having to pop a full-on parry. Man wants to give the pressure onto Saya as best as humanly possible, but seeing Saya backing up away, he's stuck between rock and a hard place. Shield division's popping right on him, trying to back up out of there, looking for a pickup heal quick, more like Hellstone with a reflect, hoping he maybe will be able to reflect something big on a Saya like a Hodge. Not gonna happen. Locking him down, picking up a little bit of health. At least doesn't have to worry about Crusade anymore, but still it's a lot of damage. Disarm doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Paladins may lose the weapon in their hands, but they can literally pull hammers out of a tool shed and just start chucking them. There's literally nothing you can do about it. Oh my, got ourselves who next? Starscream potentially? No, Palladio up next as a Retribution Paladin versus another Ret. Both of them with a he's got to be running a legendary, right? Can somebody confirm Messiah is running a legendary or not for me? Like, I assume he is. I assume most people at this point probably do, except for WAP over on the NA who finally got it. This man was trying so hard for it over and over every week, and he's like, finally got it. The hardest warrior out there was trying for the Lego, honestly. Oh, Palladio taking huge hits into immediate bubble. Saya trying to see if he can hold on to his immunities right now. Just got himself hand of freedom, free pony. Palladio needs to slow down and heal because they're coming back in without fully recovering, unless Saya actually does go down. Does pick up a little bit of holy power just for a quick crushing Templars. Verdict, a Starscream is going to be up next. This man got burst, so if Saya's not careful, you can just end this man's whole career right now. Stun. He gives up an opportunity, searing glare off of that stun. He knows the Starscream could not really respond right now. He's gonna have to delay his damage. Got him some mobility to break away into a quick stun, full burst. He's gonna have to go for a big setup. Unless he just takes him, he just goes in. He's seeing Starscream going for big damage. He immediately pressed bubble, try to go for a heal, breaking it immediately. Starscream now taking huge hits by Saya, who's got full Crusade ready. With the Shield Avenger, Starscream does not really want to attack him, but he's just up against the wall, can't run away from the Paladin, and is looking to charge back in, maybe looking at Enrage Regeneration. Now that Shield Avenger is gone though, he's not as worried. Got himself plenty of additional damage with a Ravager, may need that extra defensive, does burn it. Stun to Saya, I think it's over for the Paladin, may just have him, does take him, but it took a lot of cooldowns and a lot of setup just to make it happen. That was a ton out of Starscream. The man does survive it through what I thought was potentially just a losing situation entirely. He is able to at least disrupt the shield, the bubble heal. Like, I feel like if he wasn't able to do so, that was over. I think that right there was over specifically. This is going to be up next. It's going to be Lamb. It is Lamb. It's a survival of the group. And we got ourselves Bilbo in the back. We got ourselves Cobra scouting out the arena, just so he could get himself a better angle. Probably streaming on his end too, isn't he? Probably. I assume. I'm not. I'm not sure. He might actually be. And that's actually perfectly fine. Yeah, if you want to do that, like if you're streaming on your end, if you're a warlock or something, or even if you're a rogue, right, and you want to stealth, get yourself a better angle so you can see things, as long as you're not in the way, I'm perfectly cool with it. Honestly, I don't really have any stipulations or whatever. Gotta be full binding shot. Starscream charges in versus Lamb. Lamb immediately trinkets out, trying to see if he can create some distance, but Starscream not letting him go anywhere. Charges back in just to get hit with a fear. Pet, as well as the eyeball, get feared in every direction. I didn't know the eyeball could actually get feared. That's hilarious. This is gonna be Lamb backing up, charging back in, then backing up again. He's just trying to, he's just indecisive. He's trying to figure out, don't want to stay in, don't want to back away. And that's a big old warrior literally on fire. I feel like when they're literally burning, that should scream out, danger, danger, get out of the house. It's literally on fire. Call 911. You don't want to be in there. Call the fireman. Call the fire department. It is dangerous to be there. The Starscream just absolutely chopping up the pet. He's actually, Lamb trying to see if he can get in, pop into defensive really, really early, trying to see if he can cut him into a freezer trap. Oh, you gotta get the pet. You gotta get the pet right now. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. At least he got the pet. At least he's got the pet. Stunned immediately. Starscream got himself full burst. Trying to see if he can go for the most amount of damage. Lamb does have a turtle. He's going to take a bit of bleed damage. Not the biggest, as Fear Warriors bleeds are not necessarily the strongest out there. Big choppers in there, though. Every single one of those warrior hits. Oh, turtle shell a second. Man advantage. But that pet. If only the pet could also get a turtle shell, too. The Starscream could just chop that thing up entirely. And before, you used to be able to cleave off of the pet onto the hunter. At least Outlaw rogues used to be able to. Big charge by Lamb, trying to see if he cut the guy. Oh, just runs up, checks him with his shoulder, taking him out. And the man actually has cooldowns coming back up for the next one. Hold on, I guess Bilbo. If that's the case, he actually has OCDs coming up. He's got Avatar, he's got Rallying Cry in a handful of seconds, he's got Warlock Hellstone, he's got himself Rally. In Rage Regen, this could be his moment. He's taking a bit of damage. I don't know what's really hurting him right now. But second wind, there it goes. Now it's kicking in. Now it's kicking in. On that team too, we also got ourselves Mikkel in the back. God, poor dismount. Look at that beauty, dude. Look at that thing. It's so weird that it has eyeballs, though. Every time I keep thinking that this basically its eyes. But there's a real dragon under there the entire time. Charge him. Immediate defenses out of Bilbo, though, popping off that fortification of the bear. Silence on the Starscream, though, as he gets hit with the stun, has himself a human racial for this one. Fear on all the pets, and Bilbo finds himself kind of lowish on health. Is Starscream get himself the most amount of damage with big rampages? He could potentially just ramp up something fierce here. He got himself big defensive really early on to heal up. Bleeds onto Bilbo as he's rotating from one defensive into the next. Press survival of the fittest. Find himself really low. Doesn't want to get executed. So there goes the turtle. Freeze into Starscream. You need CC chains. Or kiting. CC chains and kiting. Starscream has a lead. Avoiding the trap. Goes in for a big overpower. Oh my god. And Cobra charging after him. Immediately reflected to get a conflagration off of himself. He's looking for a bit of healing right now. You'll suck him a squeaking its way around the corner. At least maybe you can go for a bit of healing off of that succubus, but Kirby is charging at you. He's not going to give you any opportunity to set up anything. He's got himself a gate. Succubus eventually is going to catch you. I don't know how Starscream can win this one. I don't think it's possible here. I guess Industrial Warlock, he's got a Bonds of Fel. Got himself Rallying Cry for the Bonds of Fel. Mortal Coil, as he goes for your flank, but it doesn't quite connect with a Mortal. Into Chaos Bolt right after. Oh, it's over, right? He picks up a bit of healing. He's just got to find a way to live. I don't think between Infernal, between the Succubus and a gate, I think you're just dead. Cobra doesn't even need to be next to you. It's just lights out. And Young charges in immediately for Cobra. He's got to find a way to fight through the two casters here. If he fights through Young, he only got to deal with Mikkel. And with Mikkel, it's essentially going to be a DPS race. At 48% dampening too, you're not really healing. You're not going to get a lot of recovery. All the shields are going to be less effective. So the faster you take out Young, the better it's going to be for you. But also it's a question of, can you do this with minimal cooldowns? So you can have all those available for Mikkel. Does get the double bolt into Young, though. If you can get those bolts to eat at the health of the mage, that's huge. Mortal Bonds of Fel does not connect, which is unfortunate, but this incinerates are doing so much damage. They're actually rivaling Chaos Bolt. Every time you can get any kind of hard casts off, every one of those hard casts does a solid bit of damage in Cobra. Even if you can go for incinerates, right? Even if, let's say Young doesn't interrupt those on a regular, I mean, it's still huge. It is still a ton of damage. Young trying to see if he can bring it back, though. He got to get cooldowns back. He got no more block. He's got human racial to break out of a stun. That won't be usable for like 30 more seconds. as he got himself a Ring of Frost. I was about to say Ring of Peace, but I accidentally said Ring of Frost, which was the right ability. Where is the Succubus? Did that thing disappear? Because it looked like he was sending arcane orbs in every direction and tried to find the Succubus. I think that's exactly what he's doing. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is, sneaking up on you. It catches in the Succubus. You see, you got yourself the Ultra, which is perfectly primed. Bonds of Vellum, everything is going to hurt. You want to break... Oh, actually, Ultra is probably going to break early, isn't it? It is a little early, but you still get yourself an opportunity. Mortal Coil with a bolt right after it goes in for a kick, does not connect. Bolt is going to eat into that full shield. At least you got yourself shielded before the bolt finally connected. And Cobra, oh, he needs a couple instances. Cobra has a lot of cooldowns walking into Miko, though. I don't know, Young. I don't know if you live this. Oh, it just dies. The eyeball, man. They're removing that thing. That passive eyeball damage, that is going to be gone next expansion. So, Young is getting killed by someone that's going to get gutted. It's just a handful of months now, I think. I assume if it's August that Warburton comes out. Miko, all he's going to do is get in, get the dots, and Cobra's over. Cobra needs to get in, throw down everything, send as many chaos bolts as possible. He's just dotted over there. He tried to go for cannibalize, but even with that shield, the cannibalize breaks because of all that dot damage. And Cobra, if you can keep the pet away from Miko so he doesn't just get an extra free dot, swapping out pets actually would do it. Miko switching those dots from the pet onto Cobra. Immediate Dark Glare. Those dots are max. This is going to be Mortal Coil for Mortal Coil Fear. Or Trinket out of Cobra. Trying to get some damage going onto Miko. He's locking him out with Fears. But look at Cobra's health. It's just a matter of time until Miko takes it right now. He's trying to go for Incinerates. And Miko just buying himself time. Cobra had 0 health whatsoever. Dropping an Infernal. But there's just nothing he can do. Nothing he can do. Miko is inevitable. Once you get the dots in and this side happening, it's over. It's literally over. Unless you can walk up to him, just start slamming damage if damage is done. Starscream, by the way, is insane. 10 million healing. Okay, some of it is going to be second wind healing, isn't it, right? Some of it had to be second wind healing, but that's still a lot of healing for a warrior, by the way. That is so wild. Man, this guy. Another one? All right, Sire. I got you, my man.